Uh, let's see, did that work? I think it did. Good morning. Hello, hello. How is everyone today? It has been a while. It has been a good long while since I've been on stream. Over 2 weeks. It was a lot of fun, a lot of good time off. My allergies are completely destroyed though, because traveling through several parts of the country with differing allergy uh, things going on has just kind of wrecked me. So pardon me if I'm a little sniffly. I will mute myself if I have to blow my nose or anything today. But yeah, devoured a delicious burger. Well, that's a good way to get hiccups at least. Um, but just so everyone knows, today's stream is just gonna be me showing pictures of the vacation and a couple of things that we've got from the vacation. But that's gonna be about it. That being said, it's probably gonna be at least an hour, if not more. I have over 700 pictures, almost 800 to go over with you guys. So, also you may notice that there is no background music on now. That is because I have videos as well to show you guys. So we're gonna look at videos um, and photos. So we have both. Yeah. Just so everyone knows, TTS is on, and thrown items is also on. So if you guys want to do any of that, you know, go for it. I need to figure out if we got the correct head pats though. I don't. Let's see. Where is head pats gonna show up? Okay, it is in completely the wrong place. Let me change that before we get too far. Yeah, that's all good. Let's see here. Where is Chat Pat? Chat Pat, where are you? This is like the one thing I didn't check before getting all set up today. Um, there most likely will be a little scuff today just because, yeah, you all know. It's been a while since I've been on stream, so I'm just getting back into the swing of things. There we go. Okay, so chat's got their head pat, and I've got mine. So we should be good to go. Hello Yuki, hello. But let me bring up. There we go. Okay, so pardon me. I have to. Actually, I'm probably gonna minimize OBS just so it doesn't block anything. But if you guys see me looking over, that is why, because I have to look over at you guys on the other screen. But this was our map. This is what we were planning on doing. So everyone knows we live in like the Georgia area. So this is where we started. Oh no. Does chat cover that part of the map? Oh, it seems like it. Let me turn off closed captions really quick for myself. Whatever. That's not really that important, I guess. But I just have where you guys. I wonder if I can. Then like nope, can't. Okay. Oh, I can zoom out now maybe. No, that doesn't really help. Okay, I just have over there started September 29th and then ended October 16th. That is when we return. But yes, it is a big loop. We went up through Tennessee. We cut the corner of Kentucky, and I think we went through Missouri, and then into Kansas, and then up to Nebraska, South Dakota, Wyoming, Idaho, Montana. We went through Oregon, California, Nevada, Arizona, New Mexico, Texas, and then coming back, we went through um, Oklahoma, Arkansas. Uh, I think Louisiana is right here. Louisiana, Alabama, and then back to Georgia. So that's our big trip. Took us what is it? Just over 2 weeks. So yeah, this is our first big one like this. So let me show you guys really quick what we did. So the first day we kind of just drove. The second day we hit a place called the Corn Palace, which I do have photos of, but that's what this is. And we also got to see Thunder King. We got to see Thunder King on our trip. We got to go have dinner with Thunder. Um, and then the next day we drove out to Yellowstone, which we stayed at Yellowstone for 2 nights. And then we drove to somewhere in Oregon. I don't remember what city. We stayed a night, and then we drove down to Crescent City, California, stayed a night, and then we drove down to, again, I can't remember the city's name, but it's out by the Sequoias, down in California. We stayed 2 nights. We then, after that, went up to Lone Pine, which had an amazing hot spring by it. Stayed there one night, and then we went out to Flagstaff, Sedona, stayed in Flagstaff for one night. We went out to Santa Fe. We drove through Santa Fe after doing our thing that we were going to do there, and we stayed in Amarillo for a night. And then we went down to Texas, and we went down to Fort Worth, and we went to like a dinosaur museum. There was a bit of a hiccup in our plan there. I'll tell you guys all about it as we're going through, but there was a bit of a hiccup in our plan. We then stayed up in the area where Muse lives, and we were able to see Muse as well. So we got to see Muse the day before our last day coming back to home. But yeah, we did a friendship. Yes, we did. We did do a friendship. But yeah, so this is our route. I did this the last time we did a trip, so I thought this would be fun to show you guys kind of how, like, what route we took to get there and come back. But yeah. So this was a donut place that we stopped at. I think it was our second day. Our first day we just literally drove, and like that was like all we did. So I don't have pictures until the second day. But second day, before getting up to where Thunder lives, we stopped at a donut place, and their name was Hertz Donut. It was funny. Ha 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 ha. And then we saw this obelisk, which we were like, what is this? There was just like a random obelisk as we were coming up to Thunder King's area. And then, for all of you that do not know, I go by Nutcase online, but my real name is Cassandra, and I go by Casey. And so we found out that there's a chain of gas stations called Casey's. What? I'm sorry. I didn't know I owned a gas station. But we saw them there. Like, we saw them a bunch the first day we were driving, and then on the second day we were needing to get gas. So, of course, I was very excited. Because I was like, it's for me! It was made for me! Sippy. Okay, I will do that. Thank you, Codex. Those are expensive, but the prices, they were some of the better prices we saw on our trip. But at Casey's, they also had these. They were adult trick-or-treat bags, and they were just like fireball shot things. But I did obtain a Casey's cup, so now I have a Casey's cup, and I'm going to put stickers on it, and this is going to be my new stream cup for whenever I'm streaming. I just need to get a good straw to use with it, because I absolutely hate the drinking area on this. But we grabbed some of the Casey's food as well. The chips I actually liked pretty good. The chocolate bar I wasn't a big fan of. This was the lunch place we hit on our way to see Thunder. What was it called? I think it's called the Barrel House, yeah. If you guys are ever in Sioux Falls, I highly suggest it. They're a really good burger place, and they also have really good alcohol and stuff. But that was Mr. Husband's burger, and then this was mine. It's a breakfast burger, but they actually had good hash browns on it. Oh my god, so good. And I just thought this was funny, because, if you guys saw my map, I told you guys that we stopped at a place called the Corn Palace. This was in their bathroom, and it was like an advertisement for living there, and I was just like, huh. So they have lady office workers, male nurses, male construction workers, and then corn that live in Mitchell, I guess. I don't fucking know. But the Corn Palace was really interesting. All of the art displays here are made out of corn cobs of all different colors. And it's really interesting. I don't know, I really like corn. This is also the day that I got Mr. Husband to hear the corn song. You know, it's got the juice, for the first time. But here you can see here. Yeah, see, they're like corn cobs. They're dried corn cobs of all different colors to make these pictures. And apparently every couple years they change the theme. And so this year's theme was Under the Big Top, I think was what they called it. Yeah, Under the Big Top. And so you can see over there they're starting to, like, over here they're starting to change the theme there for whatever next year's is going to be. But it was pretty interesting because if you get under this, you can see like where they have like numbers and letters written out to denote like what colors are supposed to go where. So I thought that was interesting. Yeah. Um, this was just a random weird thing that we saw that was going to be on the way to where we were going. So we decided, why not? We'll stop and do it. I like corn, so. Also, we met a sheriff goat. He's got a little sheriff thing. See, he's a sheriff. Corn people live there. Yeah, exactly. And then we went to a place called Wall Drugs, which is like, it's just like a big tourist thing, I guess. It was pretty interesting. But this is probably one of my favorite things that we saw while we were there. It was like a house somebody had built. There was a jackalope. Yep. And then this is just some of the views. I'm gonna, like, know beforehand, before we get too far into this, a lot of the windshield photos are gonna have bugs on them. We literally had to clean the windshield every day from driving. So, I'm sorry, they still get dirty, but I tried. I tried to go through and pick out pictures that still looked decent at least. But this was just one of the views that was very pretty. There's another one. Oh, and this is, when we met up with Thunder King, we went to a Norwegian church that's in South Dakota. And, this is just some of the rune stones that they had there, which is really cool. And this is the church. It is very pretty. It's actually based on a Norwegian church in Norway. Duh, right? But they built it the traditional way. So it's built all wood, everything like that. So it's really cool. And it's supposed to be like exactly like the church that it's based on from Norway. And they've got a bunch of different wood carvings. There's some interesting faces. I think this one was the one we found the cat. There was a cat one. And there was like a bear one there, and then this doorway was so beautiful. All hand carved and everything. It's just really pretty. And there's the front. And then they had a bell tower out back, and then that's the back. You can definitely just drive for hours in the US. I mean, it would take multiple days to get from one side of our country to the other, so that would probably be it. But yes, you can just drive and drive and drive for hours. But there's a bunny. We saw a bunny. It's for anybody that's in the Discord, it's one of the fabled bunnies from Thunder's area. And then we found Ren's cousin. Was the church built due to Norwegian immigrants? Maybe. It didn't actually have that kind of information. It may have just been, as like an homage, so. Yes, we found one of the cousins. I don't know why we took this. No, I do know why you took this picture. I took this for one of my other friends, but this was our hotel at at Thunder King's area. It had like this, what looks like a meh face on the side of the building, so. Yeah. And this is the next day. We're driving from Thunder's area out to Montana. again, it's just really pretty views. This was all like foggy and everything, so the weather changed and everything happening. It's just really pretty. Oh, and then we've got to Montana, and we've seen elk right outside of our hotel. And then this is our first day going into Yellowstone. So this is the next day. So these are some of the mountains topped. More elk butt. We got a lot of elk butt pictures, which I've taken out, but like I wanted to keep a couple in. But this is Yellowstone. It was so pretty, you guys. Like, just amazing. Sorry. Give me a second. I'm gonna have to be drinking a lot. Like I said, my allergies are really bad right now, so I'm trying to like keep hydrated and keep my throat like good, basically. Hallelujah. Yeah, exactly. Elk butts. But yeah, Yellowstone was just really gorgeous. This is the geyser area that we're coming up on. More elks, and even some more elk butt. These were some birds. I think these were the only other birds besides ravens that we saw the whole time we were there. Um, but this is some of the mineral deposits from the hot springs. Or geysers. These aren't hot springs, sorry. These are geysers. But these are some mineral deposits that have been caused by the geysers. I think this is called the Mammoth Geyser area. Can't remember now. But some of these formations were just really cool. And then this is up on top. They're just a lot of like really pretty pools of water, and then like areas that have been formed from the sediment from those. And then like it's really interesting because you can tell that like the geysers and stuff weren't always in this area, and so that's why like trees had grown here, but then they've died after the geysers have started putting their sediment and stuff on top of their roots and whatnot. But some of these trees were just like really pretty. Oh my god. Half of me wishes I could have had smell-o-vision for you guys, because it smelled so fucking sulfury. It was just really pretty. This was just a weird cave area that we found there. Yep. There's a lot of this area you're not supposed to walk on because it's very um like it's thin ground. It'll just crumble, and like let me see, the cave thing I think shows it good, because the cave, where did it go? Sorry, I'm flashing through really quick. We just saw it there. So this used to not be here, but it's like crumbled in, and like that's what a lot of the earth and stuff looks like, and that's why like you're supposed to stay on the path there. Yes, we did go to Yellowstone. We went to Yellowstone. That was our first big nature thing that we went to. And yes, I do return. Um, yeah, they were just some like really cool rock formations. This one was another one where like the dead trees just looked really cool to me. There was this interesting. I pointed at the screen like you guys could see what I was trying to point to. But this area right here has a little bit of pink coloration, and so I was trying to get a good picture of it here. I don't think it really turned out that good, but you can see it there. It's just really interesting, random colorization compared to the rest of it. Yeah, it's just really pretty. More things like that. Pretty waterfall. More steam. Oh, here's some of the sheepies. They're like goat sheepy things. I can't remember what they're called, but we saw elk, those things, and bison while we were there. The rivers are really pretty. And just like the steam coming off of everything in Yellowstone, at least in the geyser area, was just crazy to me. When we got there, it was in the 30s, by the way, and it was only tolerable because we were next to all these heat-emitting things. And then you see some of the lakes that have been formed because of the geysers. Oh, here we go. Here's a video for you guys.
And this little one over here too.
Your burp got in the video.
No, it wasn't me. It was the spring.
Oh, was it? Was it the spring? Okay.
Yeah, I heard that sound.
Mm-hmm. There you go. We did not stay at the Yellowstone Lodge. We actually stayed outside of Yellowstone at Gardner, just to save a little bit of money, since we were going on such a long trip. But here's some more of that area. Oh, here we go. Here's another video. Yeah. Yeah. So there's a lot of different pools and stuff here, which I'll be able to show you guys. I'm glad there's not like smell-o-vision.
Yeah.
Though it would be interesting to be able to share with people and be like, this is how it smelled. This smelled like really bad eggs. This is called the frying pan geyser. It was gross. It was so gross, you guys. This is like the worst smelling geyser. Yeah. Luckily for us, we're not very sensitive to that.
Yeah.
Our clothes sure smelled like it after it, though. But it was just crazy to see like all the steam just like coming right off of the mountains and stuff as the water goes down. But yeah, during our first day of Yellowstone, we kind of hit all the geyser areas. And here's a river that runs through Yellowstone that was really pretty. We were able to stop at like a little campsite area. They do allow fishing in Yellowstone, but you're not allowed to swim or boat. I think this was just another interesting shot. Oh, yeah, okay, this is us coming up to the artist paint pots. This was just like some interesting trees that were on the way there. But this is the one that has a lot of crazy colors and stuff in it. It's freaking nuts. Hearing my own commentary. Yes, we did see bison. I actually have photos of it. We saw a lot of them. I only got really good photos of the one, though. Started to go more. Again, hearing my commentary from it is funny, because I knew I was going to show you guys these, and so I tried to commentate them a little bit.
Bubbling.
Mr. Husband also commentated a little bit too for you guys. But yeah. This area is probably one of my favorite ones, but we're not even to that reason yet. Yellowstone soup. No, wait until you see the actual Yellowstone soup. Ren. This area is where we're getting to the Yellowstone soup. Hang on. So there's just like a lot of lichen and moss growing in this area. It's really pretty.
You can sure hear the steam come out. It's pretty warm right here.
Yeah. That's just like a vent. It's like 40 degrees. It's nice right here.
Yeah, it feels like it's in the 50s.
Right here? Yep. Whoa! Just another really pretty shot there. Oh, here we go. This is Yellowstone soup. I don't know that it's all very toxic. It depends on the pools. It depends on the minerals and stuff that are in them. You're just not supposed to get in them because they are very hot. It is like very hot and could actually hurt your skin because of that. But yes. So these are the artist paint pots, and they're like mud geysers. And yeah. Not all of them are acidic, but yes, there are a good bit of them that are. These were some of our favorite things, though, were these things.
All right, calm down.
Oh.
Got it. There we go. That was a good one.
And my camera absolutely hated videoing and taking photos of these areas because it's all white. Oh. These are also going. Ooh. But yeah. So this one has a lot of greens and blues in the area because of the algae and stuff. There we go, this is the good one. You see how blue that is? Oh, it's so pretty. This is just like another river area. Oh, here's another geyser. Bubbles! Yes, so many bubbles. That was like the theme of our first day in Yellowstone, was finding like the geysers and stuff, so... but there's the bison. There he is. He's a big fella. And he was just along the side of the road as we were going. I think this is the... We're still on our way to Old Faithful at this point. Here we go. This is Old Faithful. Do-do-do-do. So yeah, we got to see Old Faithful erupt. The thing was, we got there, and Mr. Husband was like, well, let's go on this side trail first. And I was like, no, we came here for this. Let's stay here for this, and then we move on. And then, like, as soon as I said that, it started to erupt, and so I was like, there you go. So these are some of the other geysers and pools around where Old Faithful is. I believe we have another video that's from a geyser called the Castle Geyser, which is a lot more impressive than the Old Faithful geyser, but yeah. But these are just all like really pretty pools. You'll see a lot of different colored pools in this area because of all the different the minerals and stuff here. Just forever blowing out hot steam? No, actually this is water. And it doesn't actually always steam. It just sometimes steams. It's whenever it's erupting. A lot of these pools do consistently bubble. But what I can remember, it's not actually because it's boiling. It's the... Sorry. Again, it's my commentary. I forget some of the commentary I've given. It feels so good. Because remember, it was cold, and the steam coming off of these things were really warm. So this was interesting. These two geysers, when I took this photo, this one had just drained of water, and I was like, wow, like water is just completely gone out of it. And as we got down to this area on the like walkway, this one was completely empty. So, thank you, Fox, for the head pats. I appreciate it. Oh, here's another geyser going off. No idea. We didn't have any information on that one.
Oh, what the heck?
It's completely gone. That was what that was. So that's that one. Completely gone.
Yeah. Of course it stops. There we go.
Yeah. Is us mimicking it? So there's the Old Faithful Lodge over there. And then this is the Depression Geyser, which I don't understand why it's called Depression Geyser. It was very pretty. This is just another vent. Here's another really pretty pool. Here's another really pretty pool that's a different color. Okay, have a good one, Fox. Thanks for hanging out with us for a little bit. I appreciate it. This is the Penta Geyser, which, for anybody that doesn't know, one of my mods' name is Pentachills. It's the whole reason I took this photo. Oh no, it's all good, Thunder. Thank you for hanging out. It's all good. I appreciate everybody coming in. We'll have the VOD up still, so, you know, it's fine. You guys can all go sleep when you need to. I know this is a very odd time for me to be up doing this, so. But that's the whole reason why I took a picture of this. There's 5 holes there, and that's why it's called the Pentageyser. But here's another really pretty one. The Spasmodic Geyser. There's just a lot of, like, really pretty blues and greens. Here we go. This is the Castle Geyser. And this went on for, like, 5 minutes. Like, I was so surprised. Apparently this one will either go on for, like, a minute, or it goes on for 5 minutes.
Oh. Nice.
Oh,
Ooh,
whoa.
that was the hardest one. Yeah.
It looks so pretty cascading down, too.
Yeah.
This is just really pretty. This is another reason I like doing this with you guys. I get to look back on trip stuff and be like, man, that was fun. That was really cool to see. I forgot to bring my step tracker watch with me, you guys, which was a big freaking mistake because I could have tracked how long I actually walked and stuff in the parks. That would have been actually cool. Here's another rock formation. I think these were on our way out of Yellowstone. We saw some rocks. So this was us leaving for the day. I'm going really fast during this, aren't I? Sorry. It was just really pretty. It was only like in this one area that was... Okay, also, I have to stop this and mention this. If you guys ever do go to the Montana area, I really suggest trying this ice cream bar. I really liked it, and I never knew I liked Huckleberry until this trip, and so I got Huckleberry ice cream, and it was delicious. It was so good. But I actually had a Huckleberry, like, a Huckleberry milkshake a few days later as well with actual huckleberries in it. Also amazing. Speaking of huckleberries, that was a huckleberry, I think it was margarita? I think that's what it was that Mr. Husband had. We had some fried cheese curds, and then a huckleberry Moscow Mule, which was delicious. I was not drinking at this time, but I still was partaking in tiny sips, trying all the drinks that he got. Partway through the trip, I was able to start drinking again, so... But sadly, we were out of the area with a lot of huckleberry stuff. This was my hot chicken sandwich that night, and then Mr. Husband's meatloaf sandwich. Now, this was a restaurant that was like 2 doors down from our hotel. I really do not suggest eating in Gardner if you can help it, if you stay in Gardner. It was way too freaking expensive. But it was good. There's a bison. That's what that picture is. Mr. Husband emerges from the bedroom. We just got done with our first day of Yellowstone pictures.
Nice.
Going into the second day where we have the bison out in the middle of the field.
I think we may need to get some more goblins.
Oh no. We can check at the stores then.
Yeah, I don't know that they're gonna have just goblins.
Yeah, we can check though. I forget where I put your...
There's some bat swarms.
I know it's the bats. That's not what I'm looking for.
I did include 2 bat swarms in my list.
Give me until I'm done with this, and I'll look for the...
I know you can...
I know. But I can find you the ones that we have.
Yeah.
So...
I'm gonna go order a cave drake and a tentacle monster.
Okay.
For my list. And maybe some goblins.
But yeah, wait until I'm done with this.
No. I'm still...
Yeah.
I've sent it over to Ian to see what he thinks. And
Gotcha. Getting approval.
Yep.
Okay. Did you want to commentate on some of the pictures at all, or?
Nah.
Okay.
Hi, Chad.
Good morning, Muse. Hello.
Muse. Ow, ow, my toe. Ow,
That's what you
I
get.
just threw my foot on something. Ow,
You
ow,
tried to
ow,
make me spit take.
Ow.
What did you even stub your foot on?
I don't know, there was some black object there that I didn't fucking see.
Is it my coffee trash can?
Probably, it was something metal and hard.
It wasn't metal.
Whatever.
But this is our second day into Yellowstone, and we saw bison out in the middle of the field. Here's another waterfall thing that we saw. It was really pretty. So we went to a different area of Yellowstone on this day to go see more of the mud pots. But first we went to see the prismatic geyser, which was beautiful. Oh my goodness, was it beautiful. It was some of the most colorful areas, and I guess that's why it's called the prismatic geyser. Yeah, here's some reds. Oh, so pretty. And then blues and greens and yellows. And then that shot, it was just really pretty, just like, whoosh. Is it on? I didn't hear it go. Did it go? I may not have that on this screen, actually. Oh no, it should be on redeems. Why? No, it's not good. Hang on. Here, let me bring it over here. Hang on. How do I studio mode? There we go. Yeah, see, it's not on the screen. That's what the issue was, which is an issue, actually. Alright, hang on. I'll go back to studio. This is what happens. I forget things. How do I... There we go, paste. Alright, now try Amuse. Now it should be good.
This right here is my favorite thing ever in the history of forever. I think about this every day. I think about this all night long. I stay awake not sleeping because I'm thinking about this.
Because I know you want to do the Wednesday one. Come on. You gotta do it again. If you don't, I'm gonna have to do it myself. I'm gonna have to make it go. Because it is Wednesday. Here we go, I'll just do it.
It is Wednesday, my dudes.
There we go. Oh, nope. Oh, stop it thing. Just, okay. Ah, all better. Yep, there we go. Yeah, this is the prismatic geyser area. It had a lot of really pretty colors. Even the plant life was really weird colors, like that red grass.
I mean, I'm geysing it.
Yeah, we're good. Yeah, we pulled up and it was already going, so I think this
He
is
was
the
very
tail
excited
end of
about
its
this one.
geyser activity, unless it just does this all day.
It may just do this all day. They have some that do it.
Nah, see?
Whoa. Nope.
Yeah, these are the last little bits. Maybe. I mean, I feel like this one's going.
Pew pew, exactly. Yep.
Here, let's just walk into
Ah,
this. Hear the sound on that one, dude?
my allergies are fucking destroyed. But yeah. Some more really pretty geyser pool areas. Oh, I think it's just because I've traveled different areas, Muse, because I've went through so many different areas, and then like coming back to my home area, and the trees are going because of it, the weather changing. So I think that's what it is, honestly. I just gotta get used to it again. I really liked this one. You can see where like the sulfur is colored the top of that tree. This was also the only area we experienced ice at while it was so cold. Because the second day was colder than the first day, but there was ice on these bridges. Oh, I almost slipped and busted my butt. Nice, that sounds like a good breakfast. We had chicken biscuits. Here's another area that had some of the dead trees from the geysers. Again, I just really like this. Like, it's so cool to see like the dead tree, but then it's been like bleached from the geyser stuff there. Another pretty pool. See, as somebody from Florida, where like when water looked like that, it was a good swimming area. I just the whole time I wanted to go swimming because it was so pretty. And so this is another mud pot.
It's getting a good one.
So the fountain paint pot. I'll leave this here for you guys to read if you guys would like to read it. But that was the thing we were just looking at. It explains like why it's muddy and whatnot. So it's pretty interesting. But yeah. This one's just spewing. How's the sound, by the way, you guys? Are you guys able to hear, like, the videos, or should I be turning it up so you could actually hear it more?
So this is what happens if one is up against a really strong rock.
I guess so.
Doesn't get past the rock much.
More muddy area. This is really pretty, just like, there's this, like, vast area you couldn't go out into because of the geysers here. And again, some of these are, like, my favorite shots that I can get whenever I don't have people in them. But, like, I loved the tree line out here with, like, the healthy trees, and then, like, the one that died because of the geyser. Some of my favorite, like that picture right there. That's one of my favorite ones I took on the whole trip. And it's just, it looks so eerie. Like it looks like something out of like a horror kind of thing or whatever, or like a bad area in like a fantasy thing. Can't really see that one too well. Looks like something out of Elden Ring. Yes, it's the area without the plague after that. The rot, not the plague. You couldn't really see this one that good. Here's some just more pretty sizzling basin. I think this was the area with the mud volcano. Yeah, this is the area with the mud volcano. This isn't the mud volcano, but this is the geyser area with the mud volcano. Also, I have no idea why. I thought we planned it really well to be like good and inside school season and stuff, but there were so many people traveling at the same time as us. It was not great because there's like a lot of kids at a lot of places, which I wasn't happy about, but it still was really pretty. Oh, here's another one of the paint pots. Have a good lurk, Ren. I think we're only on like day 5 of the trip. But that being said, I think I took the most stuff at Yellowstone, so most pictures and whatnot. But yeah. I think this was the mud volcano? Yes, because I hear the people talking. Because they're all like huddled. Like, I'm on the side path over here, like on this side, and then there's like a path right in front of it, which I didn't get to do because there's like a bunch of other people standing here with a tour guide. And I'm like, I wanted to turn. Oh, this one. This one was cool. Oh, I did not. That was not muting myself. That was muting the browser source, sorry.
This one's pretty cool.
Yeah. I feel like it's pretty amply named as Dragon Mouth Spring. Like the belching steam and everything.
Yep. My awesome commentary, as you guys know. I'm so good at that. Yeah, the mud hole areas are some of my favorite.
They're really cool looking. Ooh.
Slowing down.
Alright, sudden slow guys.
Sudden slow, guys. So there's an area coming up, and Mr. Husband wanted me to take video of it. There we go.
See, I think this looks really cool. And it's just this small area here that's all giant rocks and stuff. Yeah, get some of that out there. Yeah, I think this one is especially pretty in this area. Woo! There's something. And that's it. It turns back into forest.
Yep.
And there's some more elk. Okay, so that was the last picture from the second day in Yellowstone. The next day, we're heading through Yellowstone to go to Oregon. So that's what these are going to be. So this is a hot spring, or a geyser that I showed you guys as we were looking at Yellowstone, but we stopped at it on the way out because I really wanted to take a picture of it. The minerals from the geyser have discolored the wood of the bridge to be blue. because this is new wood, which is the wood down here, and then this is old wood on the actual big bridge. So this is what wood normally looks like, and this is what it looks like after being there for a while. It gets turned blue. There we go, that's the geyser that does it. And it's just freaking crazy because it's such a pretty blue color in, like, the water as well, so it makes sense. But yeah, so this is on the way to Oregon. I think this was once we had exited Yellowstone and going into Oregon. And I've been to Oregon and California and stuff because I had family out that way, but Mr. Husband had never been out there. So it was a lot of new sights for him. So we were taking a lot of pictures. This was the place that we stopped. I think it was Eugene, Oregon? Yes, it was Eugene, Oregon. It was like brats and beer or something. And this was Mr. Husband's one, and he got like the German brat with like sauerkraut and onions and cheese and stuff on it with a bowl of chili. And then I got the elk brat. Wait, that was this one. This was mine. Elk brat with onions and cheese. And then he got the Polish dog. There we go. With mustard, onions, and peppers. And then we also got to stop at Voodoo Donuts. Woo! Voodoo Donuts. Yep. I made a big oopsie, and we lost 2 of these that are in this picture. Because I put the box of Voodoo Donuts in the back seat, but they somehow slid by the door, so whenever we got out at our destination for the night, they fell out of the car right onto the ground. So sadly we didn't get to try this Oreo one, and I didn't get to eat the powdered sugar one, but I did get to eat the pumpkin one, and we ate another one that's not in this picture that was delicious, and I do think that probably Voodoo Donuts is worth the hype that everybody says that they are, so just saying. If for some reason you like donuts and you're buying Voodoo Donuts, give it a shot if you haven't. Here's some just more pretty shots. I don't have a lot of pictures from this place, just because a lot of the pictures we got from this place were of Mr. Husband and myself, so I'm not gonna share that on stream. But we went to the Oregon Vortex, which, if you guys are Gravity Falls fans, it's the Upside Down House in Gravity Falls Season 2. There you go. And the Gravity Falls people actually did travel here to see the house and everything, and they have photos of the cast and crew there, and apparently the manager of the Vortex knows one of the people that works on Gravity Falls as well, so yeah. So they're just some interesting shots. It was a recommendation by Thunder King to actually go, so we did go. That was fun. And then we got this pizza that ended up being really good. We had it the next day in the car cold, and it was still delicious. This was in Crescent Circle, or Crescent, California. There we go. And that was really good. And I got mac and cheese with chicken tenders. Again, very good in the car the next day. But this was us leaving the next day from California, Crescent, California. Now, this is another recommendation for you guys, and I can't remember the name of the place. I'm gonna look it up real quick while I'm thinking about it, because I want to tell you guys what it is, just in case for some random reason anybody is in the area and they're looking for good coffee. Let me see here, because I gotta find it. What is it? The Boise Fry Company was also good. We got that. Oh, there we go. Paragon Coffee House in Crescent City, California. Amazing coffee. The staff was very nice. We were telling them that we were traveling down California's coast to go see the drive-through tree, and the barista suggested that, or the cashier suggested that we go to a place called Fern Valley, which is going to be here pretty soon. And oh my god, you guys, Fern Valley was probably one of the highlights of the trip. It was so freaking pretty. But Paragon Coffee in Crescent City, amazing coffee, awesome waitstaff. Like, it was great. I was really happy that we stopped there for coffee. One of the things that on our trip we did is we stopped and got coffee at a lot of local places, Some places weren't great. Some places were. Crescent City had, it's like a older like town and stuff. So I was really surprised they had like a new coffee place like this. But Paragon Coffee was delicious. The staff was nice, friendly, and very chatty, and like we got a good I think we got chai pumpkin lattes there, with espresso added, and I got a pumpkin muffin that was delicious and had like little flowers on it. I don't know, it was very good. And then I can't remember what Mr. Husband had, but he also liked his breakfast thing too. But this was the coast. Mr. Husband had never seen the Pacific Ocean until that day, so here we are at Fern Valley, and this area is just so freaking pretty. Okay, like, also I like this sign. I really liked this sign. We saw a fuzzy caterpillar. He was so cute. I had to take a picture of him. But here's a walkway into the Fern Valley. It's really funny because we went from being in Montana where it was freezing to it was kind of cold here. I was wearing a jacket while we were out. But then I ended up stepping into the water, and so at some point I stopped avoiding the water and just like trudged through the water as Mr. Husband climbed all around it. But yeah, this is just, it was so beautiful, and just everything was just so pretty there. I don't know about you guys, but I collect rocks, and I got a lot of really nice rocks from this area. So, I was taking some pictures of bugs there. I really liked this shot where you can see, let me get here. You can zoom in. You can see, like, a bench back here, because there's a pathway that leads up to this area, but, like, it looks like some secret area or something.
I mean, I'm vibrating pretty good. I'm gonna do that again.
Here we go.
Hopefully it doesn't jam itself onto that. That's fine. Alright, there's a guy coming up here. I'm just gonna go ahead.
We got a couple videos of driving out, because driving in, it was really pretty. This was just the roads out here. So these are some of the redwoods. Again, Mr. Husband had never seen redwoods until this trip, so he was very impressed with how big the trees were. Here we go. Here's some of the actual big redwoods. Yeah, it's so pretty. And this is us driving up to the drive-through tree.
I see it.
This is the thing that Mr. Husband like really wanted to do while we were in the Redwood area.
I think you're gonna see it when we get around the corner. There are bikes in our way.
Nice. Look at that sucker.
Alright, I'll take a photo once we get through it. Unless these guys are actually gonna get through.
Go up.
Whoa.
Look on your side and make sure I'm gonna be able to get through this sucker.
I think you are.
Oh,
The car was not happy with this.
Yeah. There's the tree right there.
So we drove through the tree, and there's the tree. So it was huge. Oh, you guys can't see it in this picture. They had like a Sasquatch sculpture right here that Mr. Husband told me too late to take a photo of. So. Oh, also, because I didn't take a photo of it and have it at the end with my thing, I actually got a piece of redwood, branch that was made into a card holder. So I have a little piece to take with me to conventions that's a little card holder from this area. So yeah, I'm excited about getting to use that at BLFC actually. But yep, here's some just more pretty mountain shots and everything. This is us going down into California area. This might be when we went into the Sequoia National Forest. So this would be the next day. We went into the Sequoia National Forest. The Sequoia and Kings Canyon National Park is what it is. Yeah. Alright, sorry about that. But yes, this area was very pretty. It's a lot more big trees, mountains. I forget what we were told these were. I know we were told what they were, but I can't remember now. But we were taking pictures of the fruits and stuff because we were like, "What is that?" It was pretty rock. Some mountains. More mountains. More. So there was this really pretty, like, waterfall, but then as I took the picture, the porta potty came into view, and I was like, well, that's a picture. But the Sequoia Forest actually had a bit of a wildfire happen. That's right. Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot. So we actually got to see 2 bears while we were in the Sequoia National Forest. So the first one we saw early in the day as we were going up, and it stopped like a bunch of people. Because people were like, "Look, it's a bear! It's a bear!" It was a cutie. But yeah. So we took a lot of photos there. Again, it's a lot more big trees. So Mr. Husband was very excited about all the big trees. So the whole reason I take a picture of this is that tree grew from something that size. That was the whole reason I took this photo. So the sequoia's pine cones will drop and not open until fire happens. And then when fire happens, they open up and release their seeds to take over the area that has been burnt. And like that tree is grown over a rock, which is crazy. And that tree is growing up in between 2 rocks. Another big tree. So many big trees. Oh, so let me see if I can show you guys better on this picture. So we were trying to take a picture of this, but all these like little dots are actually ladybugs. Those are a bunch of ladybugs hanging out. And that's what this is as well. Yeah, it's a bunch of ladybugs. We didn't know what they were at first because there were so many of them, and it wasn't until we like got through the cloud of it and one was sitting on us and we were like, oh, it's a ladybug. There's some rock stacking. Somebody did some rock stacking. Yeah, I'd never seen a bear out in the wild until then. I've seen bears at like zoos and stuff, but like that was like it. There's some more of the burnt forest. There's one of the big trees. I think we're going to see the General Sherman tree. So, I'll mention it here because I think you can actually see it pretty well. While we were there was actually a fire going on. While we were in the Sequoia National Forest, there was a fire going on. We actually ended up not getting to see some of the area that we wanted to go see because both Mr. Husband and I have a sensitivity to smoke. And, we were not doing very well after this area, so we had to leave after that, sadly. So we had to go back down south to go out the other exit, because we were going to go out a different exit of the park to, like, see some more stuff, but yeah, we ended up having to backtrack, sadly. But what I'm mentioning here is if you notice in any of these pictures, specifically in this part of the park, the sunlight is really red instead of the normal coloration. So, like, you'll see everything's more red tones because of that. So yeah, it's really interesting to me. I'm glad it showed up on camera, but yeah. Everything's a lot more red than what it would normally be. Yep, so that's General Sherman. One of the biggest sequoias. Oh, General Grant, not Sherman, sorry. We didn't go to the General Sherman tree, we went to the General Grant tree. That's what it was. There we go. I was trying to take a picture of the light here, but you guys can kind of see how it's more red than, like, normal light is. So, yeah. And then there was a burl. I was telling Mr. Husband about the burl poachers, and so when he saw that, he was like, take a picture of that! That's a burl. And then we also learned while we were in the park that apparently foraging is allowed in national parks. National parks are, I don't know about states, I think it's state parks, it depends on the state. But in national parks, people are allowed to forage. There's just a limit per thing that you can have, and it's a pint per person of each thing. So these are elderberries, and we found out that you were allowed to harvest them thanks to a ranger. And so we didn't know, like, we weren't going to do anything with them, honestly, but, like, we were like, okay, we've been seeing these throughout the whole time we've been driving around, and I thought at first they were flowers. Mr. Husband knew they were berries. And then when we were told they were elderberries and we were allowed to collect them, we decided to go get some. Mr. Husband did a silly thing where he saw some kind of up on the side of the road, and so we pulled off, and he went and, like, climbed some rocks and got some, and he fell and scraped up his leg a little bit, but he was okay. But then after that, we found, like, an area where it was way easier to get. So we got some more, and we used that cup that I showed you guys, the Casey's cup, to put them in, so, yeah. And this is us going back down. So I think we discovered these were buckeyes. I can't remember what the other things were, but yeah, these are buckeyes. And this is at Hospital Rock in Sequoia. So this was just like a river that's right there. This is an area where they would come and they use this to grind up their food. Here we go. So it was the community kitchen. The site served as a busy kitchen for the village and provided Native American peoples everything they needed to cook. Rocks and sticks to shape into bowls and utensils, the river water, and the nutritional acorns from the oak trees. The women chipped the hollow bedrock mortars into the stone, pounding acorns into flour, baking into cakes, or boiling in, making mush or soup. Acorn meal sustained the village. So yeah. So acorns. You know, what you guys are, my acorns. But that's what these are used for. Yeah. And then I just really like these plant cover, like the ground cover plants here. So, yeah. Thank you for hitting me with something. And then this was the second bear we got to see. You guys, okay, let me see if I can zoom in. Yes, you can. Look at its little tongue sticking out. It's sticking its tongue out. It was like, what? It was so goofy. A bear. Yep. It was a bear. But these were some of the elderberries we found. So I took some nice pictures of them because we were like, what are we going to do with them? I don't know. Okay, take pictures. So those were some elderberry pictures. And then this was us going from the Sequoia National Forest area the next day over to Lone Pine. So just driving through some of the California desert. So this was what I was talking about views. Like, look how much ground cover is actually growing right now in the desert. A blip, if you will. Yes, it was definitely a blip. But it was freaking crazy. Oh, okay, so this was actually Cerro Gordo. So, for anybody who does not know, there is a guy who bought a ghost town in California named Cerro Gordo, and he has been like renovating it and making it like livable and stuff, and just recently he started letting people come into it, but we didn't know that Lone Pine was close to Cerro Gordo until, I don't know, like that day when we were sitting in bed trying to figure out what to do in the area before dinner. And this was like literally 15 minutes from our hotel. Like 15 minutes down the road. But the thing is Cerro Gordo is actually up in the mountains, and I'll show you guys a little path here in a second, but this is the like little informational area. But here we go. So it's open from 9 to 5, and the thing to the left here is like a gravel dirt road. I don't know how long it would have taken us to get up to it, but we got there at 4:30, and so we didn't want to roll up into it and be like, hey, we're here for like a minute, let me take a photo and then leave. And we had thought about coming back the next day, but then we decided, because of how our route to Vegas was going to take us, it would just add too much time to our trip. So sadly, we didn't come back. But I forget what it's called. I think it's called Living Ghost Town is the YouTube channel, and you can check it out. But he's been living there for 3.5 years now, and he's been developing it and like restoring it and going through the mines and like, you know, finding different things that have been left there from whenever the miners were there. It's a really interesting channel. And if we had planned better, we would have actually gotten there. Sorry again. I didn't want to sneeze in your guys' ears and then blow my nose in your guys' ears. But if we had planned better and actually realized that Cerro Gordo was right next to Lone Pine, we probably would have booked it out there. Like, got checked in, booked it out there, and, like, gone to see Cerro Gordo, because that would have been such a cool experience to see. But it was still cool to find the, like, entrance and stuff, because I really like that he now has, like, an official sign. It looks really cool. But it was a really pretty area. And this was us leaving. Okay, so this is the only photo I got from this area. The next day, we went to a place called Wild Willie's, which is a hot spring place by, what is it called? Sorry, once again. It's like Mammoth Hot Springs or something, and, this is one of the hot springs you can actually get in, that, like, you know, they don't have, like, obviously you can get into a lot of places without them, like, with them telling you you don't, like, you shouldn't, but, like, this is a place that they encourage people to get into the water. But it was actual hot springs area. But I didn't take any pictures down at the actual hot springs because it is an area where people are allowed to be naked, and I didn't want to invade anybody's privacy with taking photos down there. It was gorgeous, and I have never in my life gotten in a hot spring, like an actual hot spring. Where Mr. Husband and I are from in Florida, there's a lot of cold springs, and it's really pretty too, but, like, this was a completely different experience. And I was really happy that we got to do it. It actually helped my back a lot from the night before, because the hotel we stayed at in Lone Pine was not a great bed. But one of the guys that was parked there had a one-piece trailer, and I just thought it was really fun, and it was the only picture I took of the area, so... But yeah. But yeah, here's us leaving Wild Willie's. Again, it was just pretty. And then we saw some burros. There's some burros. This is, I believe, the next day when we went to Fire Valley. Valley of Fire, sorry. I say Fire Valley. I keep mixing it up. Valley of Fire, which is also in California. Wait, no. No, it's not. This is outside Vegas. Sorry. So it's in Nevada. But yeah, so this is Valley of Fire. And it was just freaking gorgeous, you guys. Like, so much redstone and just a lot of plants, again, because it's been really wet out there. We saw some of the markings and stuff on the rocks. There's some water deposited down there. We were really surprised by that. There's just a lot of really cool rock formations. Because this is all sandstone and stuff, there's a lot of holes blown in it. So we get like a lot of cool things. These are some more of the Native American, I can't remember what they're called now. Pictographs? Pictoglyphs? I don't remember what they're called now. I'm sorry. I was saying it the whole time Mr. Husband and I were at this park, but yeah. On our last trip out to Arizona, we got to see some of these as well, but we were like way closer to these than other ones, so. In here, we were trying to videotape some of the other ones. I really did not like this stair area. It was like up the side of this rock, and it was all like metal, like lattice kind of stuff, and so it like really freaked me out. But Mr. Husband was trying to get video for me of the other stuff so I could actually see it later. But you can see where there were people that have fucked with it, and it's sad to see that, but, you know, that's why they have the railing and signs up now telling people to please not do that anymore and whatnot, but...
Can you get a good picture of, like, that right there?
There we go. And then this is Mr. Husband's photo for me of this, because I thought this was some of, like, the better stuff you can see. Oh, a second cup of coffee. That sounds good. I will probably need a second cup after I'm done with the stream today. I can't believe we're already an hour and a half in. Yeah, just some more, like, really pretty rocks. Just a lot of red rocks. Which I know Nevada is known for. There's, this is like the Beehive Formation, is what I think they call it. To the right in this photo, there's some people taking wedding photos, and so I didn't get to take pictures of some of the prettier rocks here. So, yeah, but I didn't want to interrupt, you know, they were doing their family things. Or you could use it for something else if you wanted to use it for, like, holding pins and stuff. That's what I do with cracked mugs normally. I use them as extra pin holders. So here we're still in the Valley of Fire, but these are some different rock colorations. We're getting to what they call the silica domes, and so we get some more white into the stone. I really liked the sun arc on this picture. I think that one turned out really cool. Here we go. This is one of my favorite ones because you could see the like change in color so drastically in this photo from like where the silica domes are to the Fire Valley area. Valley of Fire area. It's so pretty. It's just so pretty. Ooh, a yarn holder might be good, yeah. Oh, and then we were at the Visitor Center for Valley of Fire, and we saw some of the rams. Everybody was trying to get photos of them. And then this masterpiece that we saw while we were getting coffee that same day. Mr. Husband was describing this to me after he came back from the bathroom, and I was like, man, that sounds like the meme image, but the blanket doesn't sound correct. And then when I went in, I was like, oh, it's very definitely the meme image. Somebody did like a nice painting of it. I freaking love it. Oh, okay. Alright. This is where I get to tell you guys, if you ever go to Flagstaff, you have to go to Mart Annie's. Mart Annie's Mexican burrito, whatever, however their full name goes, is the best food in Flagstaff. Best food. Best pozole I've ever had. So, we stayed the night in Flagstaff, and we got Mart Annie's for dinner. This picture isn't what I got, like, that's not my plate from that night, but that is what I got that first night, because I love their pozole, and I love that they do a breakfast pozole where they put freaking fried egg right on top, and you get rice and beans and a tortilla, and it is so fucking good. Oh my god, I know, right? And it's so good, Muse. This is a place that we found whenever we were out doing the Grand Canyon 2 years ago. So, like, we had to go back. And then the hotel was within walking distance. It was amazing. We got to drink, because at that point I was able to drink again. So I was able to have, I think I had like a margarita, and I had some little bit of Mr. Husband's beer and stuff, but like... because I haven't been drinking since I started my medication, you guys know, back in April, it was a very cheap date, we'll put it that way. So that night was a lot of fun, and we walked back to the hotel, and it was just a lot of fun. There's a sticker I need to make because of something I heard while we were walking back to the hotel. There was a couple, I don't know if there were a couple, but there were two girls that were walking, and they were of college age, because Flagstaff is a college town. And they're walking back to their place, and they're talking and chatting, and the thing that I pick up in their conversation is one of them says, "Live, laugh, love, slay," and I was like, I have to make that into a fucking sticker. But, like, have live, laugh, love as, like, really, like, that kind of, hokey font, but then, like, have, like, death metal font for slay. Like, I think that would be fucking hilarious. But I need to do that. I need to work on that. Maybe next week while I'm streaming we'll do that. But back to Mart Annie's. We went to Mart Annie's again for breakfast. And so this was Mr. Husband's breakfast. So he got the pozole. Mr. Husband and I were very good about, like, sharing stuff on this trip, and so I had some pozole for breakfast as well, which I was very happy about. But then I also got pumpkin pancakes, which he helped me. He ate, like, one of those pancakes because I could only eat one. But they were so good. They were so good. And their chai tea lattes, also so good. But this was the hotel that we stayed at. Motel de Dubois. It was a very nice hotel. Because they only have like 14 rooms, their rooms aren't expensive because they do sell out. But we just so happened to be very lucky and got a room the night before, and it was a double, like it was two doubles, so we didn't share a bed that night, but the room was very nice. It was very comfy, the beds were very nice, the staff was very nice and everything, so like, very happy with it. And it was also, again, within walking distance of the restaurant we wanted to go to, but in walking distance of a lot of stuff, actually. So if you're staying in Flagstaff and can, highly suggest it. It was a very nice stay. Very much liked it. Then the next day we got to go to Meow Wolf. Oh, so that's what this is. I'm gonna show you guys. This is the Santa Fe location of Meow Wolf. So these are some art installations. Let me I'm actually gonna make this display thing a little smaller so you guys will be able to actually see everything for these, because there are some shots that are you know what I might do? Come here, chat. You're gonna come sit behind me for a little bit, okay? Okay. That way we're gonna be able to see most of this, okay? Alright. Alright, so this is Meow Wolf. This is one of the entry areas. Now, again, yeah, I moved you guys. Yeah, I know. It's crazy, right? I will say that we did take pictures of the beginning area of this one, but I'm in a lot of those, and so that's why they're not in this slideshow. I'm sorry. Alright. So, this was one of the rooms. All the sanitation, like, hand sanitizer things had really cool sculptures on them. They were very nice. But here are some, like, wormy guys. Yeah, I know, I know. But I miss taking pictures of some of those areas because of that, because I was in them. Mr. Husband really liked this little shrimp guy. I get a better picture of him later on because we're on the second story and see him. One of the things that I'm going to tell you guys is there's several of these shots that were important to me to take because they were from the specific location shots for NSP's version of Africa that they did a music video for. They did a music video for their Africa cover in Meow Wolf. They actually used this location for the shooting, and so this is one of the shots that Danny is like singing on top of. He's standing on top of this walkway area for the shot. It's very cool. This is just some of the stuff up there. I really like this guy in the arcade. They had a really cool arcade that had some customized games and then like some not. This was just a random floor. Looked really fucking cool there. I loved this guy. This thing was like 10 feet tall and was freaking cute. Like, if I could have had a plush of that thing, I would have been so fucking happy. But this was also in the same room. The lights changed colors, and so these would all change and look a little different with the different color lights. But I tried to get, like, the clearest picture with, the white light on it. But, like, here's another one. A little polar bear and mushrooms and guys. There was also a sea slug up there. I forget what I was going to say there. But yes, that was in the same room. It was like a little Arctic room. And I really like this LED light. This was part of the main house. One of the things we didn't do is we didn't do the scavenger hunt because we just wanted to go like and experience the art for it. And like if Mr. Husband and I lived closer to this, when we both talked about it, like if we were close to this, we would definitely have a time where we like would go and try and do the scavenger hunt. But there was so many people there. I believe this was on a Friday as well, so like it was super busy and with like a lot of kids and stuff too, so we were just trying to enjoy what we could out of it. So we didn't do any of the scavenger hunt, but this the letter you see there is part of like the scavenger hunt that they do. This was just a really cool sculpture there too. It's like made out of all different trash bits and stuff. I thought this one was funny. Cause haha, weed, interstellar weed. Ha ha ha. This wall was really cool. I really liked these lights. It was really fun. I liked this couch area. This was one of my favorite rooms. And it was just like floor to ceiling, painted and everything. Also, does this look like a pretty to you guys? Because Mr. Husband doesn't think it does. Mr. Husband doesn't think it looks like a pretty. But I really think it looks like a pretty. And there's, like, very clearly, like, a lot of anime and gaming inspiration in the, in this artist stuff. Because, like, you can see, like, a Sonic thing right here. But there's just, like, a lot of random inspo things in this one, I feel like. So... yeah, it does. See? I'm glad. Alright, I'm not the only one then. Where is it? So here's the Waddle Dee. There's a Waddle Dee over here. Yeah, definitely getting anime vibes. It's definitely, like, somebody that has a lot of inspiration from that, and they've also got Samurai Pizza Cats here as well. So, Waddle Dee, Samurai Pizza Cats. This is also a Kirby. I didn't notice that one before, but it's the Rock Kirby. And then, let's see here. I think we got another picture of this room, yeah, because I took the squid picture, because I was like, oh, it's a giant squid. Oh, and there's Dragon Ball. It's the big monkey. I didn't even realize that when I was taking it for the squid, and Dragon Ball monkey. But this artist also had a hoodie in the gift shop, which I ended up not getting, sadly, but I think this was like one of my favorite rooms. Oh, there's also Unicorno. Oh my god, see, that's why I'm glad I took pictures of this room, because now I can go back and be like, oh, what other references can I spot? You know? This was another area that they had shot in for the, Africa video. It's a stage, so I feel like... I don't know if they made this area specifically for that, or if they let other people use it as well and stuff, but like... right? Like, there you go. I really liked these stuffed head things. They're really funky. I also really liked this room. The lights were really cool and stuff, but then like the walls are just covered in like knitted scarves. Like everything is either those lights or knitted scarves in this room. And then this one was really cool. I think this was one of Mr. Husband's favorite artists, was this room. But this thing, the different circles spun around and would just be consistently moving, and there's things on the sides where you can move them around to line everything up. And so there was a lady there that sat there and lined them all up, and I think it was funny because her son was saying something like, "It's not gonna do anything, Mom," and she's like, "I don't think it's gonna do anything, I just want to see it lined up." And then, like, when it happened, he was like, "So you didn't do anything?" And I just turned to her and I was like, "Well, I appreciate your hard work. I got to see it put together." So, yeah. This was one of my favorite places. I really liked this alleyway thing. Like, it looked really cool, and there was, like, a lot of just interesting little displays in here. But it was just, like, packed full, like, little alleyway. And then this, I really liked this signage right here. Like, what, like, those alien stuff there. Like, it was so cool. And then this cool, caged beetle. Again, very pretty. There was a light post here that was, like, chopped off. This was the same room where the stage is, but upstairs. So we're upstairs now at this point. And then some more of, like, the chopped off light post. This is a cool wall of just, like, different TVs. This is the alleyway from upstairs, and the big hands there, they're actually from a sculpture that's inside of that room. I ended up not getting a picture of it because there was always people in there, sadly. This was upstairs from that circle picture. This was a sculpture by that artist. And then I found the Toon Room, which was really cool. The Toon Room was really cool looking. I really liked the spider sculpture, and then as you opened cabinets, there was other sculptures and stuff in there. I liked that one. He was under the sink. This was another area that they used in the Africa music video. It was really pretty in there. This is the mammoth from up top. So, yeah. There's the shrimp from up top. He looks really cool. And then the wormy guy is from up top. And then some of the drinks that were in there. I know one of my buddies has the gender fluid one. This is really funny. I liked these. And then there was a big spider sculpture. And then a big wolf sculpture. You can see the robot sculpture. I didn't get a good picture of that one. I took these just to show my friends, but these are some stickers I got too. This is the hoodie I got. It was amazing. It's amazing. I'm wearing it now. I spilled a bunch of coffee on it on our way home yesterday. Or not yesterday, the day before. And then yesterday I washed it so I could start wearing it again today. And I'm so happy because I love it. It's such a comfy hoodie. But that was Beowulf. I missed a lot of stuff. I didn't take pictures of everything. It's fucking incredible. I've been dying to go to a Meowwolf ever since Santa Fe's one opened. And we found out about it. And then, like, Omega Mart opened out in California. And then the Omega Mart in Vegas opened up. And then now the Grapevine one in Texas opened up. And I want to go to it. It all looks so much fun. And I want to go to them all. I want to go to them all, honestly. Because, like, they're just such a cool like experience, I feel like. And as an artist that's always thought that like this kind of stuff is cool when a bunch of other artists like get together and do stuff together, it's fucking incredible. Okay. It's fucking incredible. I love it. So let's move on. So we went to Texas the next day and we tried to go to the Dinosaur Valley Park in Texas, and I've never heard of a park that makes you make reservations, like a state park that makes you make reservations. So we weren't able to go to there. So we ended up going to this little dinosaur museum, and we saw some really cool not sculptures, fossils. So it's very cool. I was very happy we got to see that. But the next day, we went to the National Video Game Museum. I really enjoyed this. This was actually a Muse suggestion. But I took a picture of this because I really liked the rules here. Specifically, the be gentle, don't break our stuff. Otherwise, we'll come to your house and break your stuff. So, but this was a really cool experience. They have just a lot of stuff here that I never expected. Like, they have the Toe Jam and Earl, like, pitch books and stuff down there. They have the big disc games. Oh my god, it was so cool. I've never seen the Super Sketch in real life. I've heard of it. Yeah. No food or beverages or games will be fried. Yeah, exactly. But I had never seen a Super Sketch in person. I had heard of it, but I had never actually seen it. So that was pretty cool. This was a wall that had all the controllers lined up. And there are some that, like, I've never seen. I've never seen the 35 there. I had never seen that one. But it was so cool. And then, like, here's some other controller stuff. They got the Power Glove. They got the Joy Board. I remember that slime controller, because I remember whenever I had the PlayStation and I was like, I want that controller. I've always loved gimmick controllers. Ever since I've gotten, like, my Nintendo Switch, I've gotten, like, the gimmick controllers and stuff for that, too. So, I'm definitely somebody that's marketed to. I thought this was really cool. Some of the retro games here, too. The one down here, the Samba Amigo, like, the art for this looks so cute. Here, let me zoom in a little bit. Like, look at this. Like, look how cute this is. I cannot get over that. Oh, and then I like this. This was one of the, like, areas they had set up. It was a, like, an old rental or sales place, and you could actually walk behind the counter and, like, you know, take photos and stuff. Like, you worked at a location like this. So cool. Loved it. Some video game, from some video Game Boys. Some Game Boys. The purple one down here, the clear purple one, that was my first Game Boy. So, the first one I ever played was the big gray fat boy up there, though. My friend had one. Then we have some of the other weird, specific handheld ones as well, but we also have some, like, the Game Boy Advance, the Game Boy Advanced SP, which I had both. I had one of those. I had that purple Game Boy Advanced, and then I think I just had a plain white Game Boy SP, if I remember correctly. And then DS's, I've had multiple DS's, so I don't even remember, honestly. And I guess the iPod Touch had games, because that's in that thing too. We had the PSP as well. I've had the PSP. Or had multiple of these, like, one game little things as well. And then they had a whole Dragon's Lair display here. I had never known that they had these cards, because that was always one of my least favorite things about the game, was trying to figure out my path that I needed to take. And apparently they had, like, cards that you could get that showed you the paths. That's so cool. I love that. And then I know, controversial opinion. I actually like the Mario Brothers movie. If you don't think of it as a Mario Brothers movie, I think it's actually a good movie. But yeah. I really like that they had a display for it because it was the first video game movie. So, you know, like I feel like that's an important thing to have in this museum. I feel like that was very good. I really did enjoy this display. And then Castlevania sculpture. Nice. I really liked this. I like the Hello Kitty Dreamcast system. Never knew that was a thing. That's fucking awesome, okay? Like, if I had been into gaming when the Dreamcast was out, I would have wanted the Hello Kitty Dreamcast system. No fucking doubt. Like, 100%. And then these were some of the sculptures as you come in, but I took them as we left. And then, because there wasn't a lot of video games to actually play at the video game museum, they had like an arcade and a couple games like throughout that you could play, but not a whole bunch of stuff. We ended up finding a game place called Free Play that's in the Dallas area. There's multiple locations in the Dallas area, but we found one that was close to the video game, or quote-unquote close to the video game museum. And we went and played, and I finally got to play this game. I've never played it before, but it's one of the rhythm games where, like, you touch, like, all of the circle. And I got to play some Hololive music. You can see, played multiple rounds, but this was a Hololive one that I played. But yeah, that one was cool. And then we took this picture because our buddy, who you guys might know in my chat as Cal Bullion, he really likes Deadpool. And so, Mr. Husband was playing this, and so I took a picture to show him. I forgot how much I like pinball. When you don't have to pay to play, pinball is, like, a fun thing for me, and, like, I was super into it. I think Mr. Husband was surprised how good I was at pinball. Okay. So that was the end of our trip pictures. Like, that's the last trip picture I took, because I didn't want to take pictures of Muse, because, you know, we're trying to keep our, you know, anonymity online. But we did get to meet Muse and Muse's husband that night as well. We had some very delicious wings. Yes. And then we went and got some ice cream after that. And then the next day we came home. So that was Monday that we came home. Yeah. But, this is what we got on the trip. So these are all the pins I got. So you guys know I collect pins. So I got one from Valley of Fire, Yellowstone, Sequoia National Forest, National Video Game Museum. Mount Whitney is actually the area that we stayed in, called Lone Pine. So that's what that was. And then I only got this other Yellowstone pin because when I first went into Yellowstone, went to the first visitor center, I asked them if they had one like this other Yellowstone pin here, because I have a one from the Grand Canyon that is like that. And they were like, oh no, we don't have any of those. And so, like, when they said that, I assumed that meant Yellowstone doesn't have those. And I was like, well, shit. But then we went to another location, and then they had one. So I have 2 Yellowstone pins now because of that. But it's fine, because I do like the bison pin, honestly. The Google Maps pin is actually really funny, because I got that because I've done reviews and stuff and posted pictures from when we travel and have food and stuff at different locations. So, yeah. And then the Meow Wolf ones. Omega Mart is also Meow Wolf, just so you guys know. That's just another location name. The Radish guy, because they do, like, Omega Mart is a grocery store chain, display. So they have a lot of, like, food and, like, grocery store product kind of themed things. So, yeah. The slug guys are Mr. Husband's pins, so they're up on his pin banner now. But the radish and the little sock guy are mine. I really like those. And then Wall Drugs, which I told you guys that we went to, I got these cute jackalope pins. So fun. And then we hit many game stores on the way because we're trying to find 60mm bases for Mr. Husband. For his Lord of the Rings army. We've never been able to find any, so we're having to order them online. But I did find this at one of the locations. I can't remember what area this was in. Yeah. Wherever this was, I did pick this guy up. So this is another mini I get to paint. And I say mini, but it's actually a frost giant, so he's actually pretty big compared to my other minis. So he'll be another one I paint. I need to actually assemble and spray paint him, so next week we can paint him on stream. I got some new hobby brushes. Nice, right? And some new colored pencils to try out. I haven't tried these Faber-Castell types yet, and so that's why I got those. And then I've never seen these other ones here, the big, thick, chunky boys. And so I got those because I want to try them. And then I got this little X-Acto knife thing to use to, like, open things fast. And then I got a couple sketchbooks. I got this little mini sketchbook that's the 5x5. The paper seems really nice in this one. This will probably end up being a stream sketchbook once we're done with the other one. And then these notebooks, only one of them is blank. The other one has lines and the other one has dots in them. So they'll be used for whatever. But yeah, that is that was our trip. Oh, it only took almost 2 hours. Let me put you over there. But yeah, what do you guys think? What'd you guys think of our trip, huh? Here, let me... Oh,